published 1651 Est, the 28th of November, the 2017 updated 0513 Est, the 29th of November 2017. There is more than one way to extinguish a fight back. One is to defend for your lives and hope for the best, and another is to do what Jesse Lingard did. With 3 minutes to go here at a fevered Vicarage Road, Watford were threatening to burn Manchester United's house down. To lose a 3-goal lead would have left a huge dent in United's pursuit of Manchester City at the top of the Premier League and left Romelu Lukaku's confidence in bits. Jesse Lingard ended Watford's hopes of a sensational comeback with a solo goal after picking up the ball in his own half. The Manchester United winger takes the acclaim of the travelling fans at Vicarage Road after sealing a 4-2 win on Tuesday. Abdoulaye Doucouré sparked hopes of a dramatic 3-goal comeback from Watford after netting with 6 minutes to go. Watford found their way back into the game after Marcos Rojo's clumsy foul on substitute Roberto Pereira in the box. Anthony Martial celebrates after scoring Manchester United's third first-half goal against Watford at Vicarage Road. The French international made no mistake when played through by Romelu Lukaku in the 32nd minute on Tuesday night. Ashley Young celebrates scoring his second of the night to give the visitors a comfortable cushion in the first half. Young bent a free kick over the wall from 25 yards and watched the ball nestle in the top corner beyond Aurelio Gomez. Jesse Lingard embraced his teammate Young after he opened the scoring with a drilled strike from the edge of the area. Young's effort proved too powerful for Watford goalkeeper Gomez as it beat him at the near post on Tuesday night. With a score at 30, the United centre-forward had missed the kind of chance that a Sunday League player would have scored. But as the game reached a quite unexpected crescendo, United were indeed in very real danger. A penalty from Troy Deeney and another goal from Abdoulaye Doucouré had dragged Watford back into a game they had seemed to wave farewell to during 12 calamitous first-half minutes. Sir Lingard's goal was the definitive one. The two scored by Ashley Young in the first half were fantastic and were lent further significance by the fact he learned his football at Watford, but the way Lingard sealed this game and ended Watford's hopes of something remarkable was even more significant. Picking the ball up 15 yards in his own half, Lingard perhaps broke forward with only thoughts of relieving territorial pressure in his mind. But as he entered Watford's defensive zone and players started to back away from him, it was obvious that Lingard realised that opportunity to do so much more beckoned. The 24-year-old has scored important goals before. He has scored in an FA Cup final and a League Cup final. So we know that he doesn't lack the confidence, even though he doesn't have the consistency to always land a starting place in Jose Mourinho's team. England under-21 midfielder Will Hughes tries to get Watford playing with a pass to a teammate as Marcos Rojo watches on. Abdoulaye Doucouré shifts the ball past Manchester United midfielder Nemanja Matic during the early exchanges. Manchester United midfielder Paul Pogba issues instructions to his teammates as Matic walks past nearby Watford striker Andre Gray gets in behind Marcos Rojo but is unable to test Manchester United number 1 David De Gea. Manchester United striker Romelu Lukaku goes to ground as Watford defender Sebastian Prodl grabs hold of the Belgian. Aurelio Gomez can only watch on as Ashley Young's free kick beats him and lands underneath the crossbar. Gomez shows his displeasure after Watford meekly surrendered their early superiority against Jose Mourinho's side. He ran forward with such pace, single-mindedness and directness that he terrified the Watford defenders, and by the time they realised what was happening he had driven a low right-foot shot across goalkeeper Aurelio Gomez and into the far corner. It could be argued that he didn't actually beat that many players on his way to goal. He skipped past Adrian Mariappa but perhaps only one other. The key point, though, is that Lingard scared the Watford players into a retreat and as a result scored a goal that sealed the game. It was really important that United did win, too. They face Arsenal in the Premier League in London on Saturday evening and then host City 8 days later. So a point, instead of 3, would have been a real setback. Earlier in the game, there had appeared to be no chance that United would win. Watford had started well and were the dominant team in the opening 15 minutes or so. But once Young scored his first goal midway through the half, the pattern of the game changed. Anthony Martial is crowded out by Watford players as he looks to keep the momentum with Manchester United. Watford's Brazilian striker Richarlison attempts to win the ball from underneath United defender Victor Lindelof. Watford midfielder Abdoulaye Doucouré recovers the ball as United striker Romelu Lukaku battles close by. United midfielder Paul Pogba makes his feelings known after a refereeing decision goes the other way. Watford striker Richarlison can only watch as his header hits the top of the crossbar and goes out for a corner kick. Manchester United boss Jose Mourinho checks on Nemanja Matic after the midfielder's second-half withdrawal. Lukaku actually did well in the build-up, and that, for him, was rare. He won the ball and fed Lingard high up the field. Then, when the ball was moved on to Young, the former Watford player smashed it low into Gomez's right-hand corner with real accuracy from the edge of the penalty area. A goal up against the run of play, United moved through the gears impressively. Young's second goal, a fantastic right-foot free-kick from 30 yards, arrived 5 minutes later, and then Watford players missed 3 opportunities to clear, enabling Anthony Martial to beat Gomez, this time to the Brazilian's left. As United had improved, Watford had fallen apart. They had regressed territorially and emotionally, and in many ways this inconsistency summed up their season under Marco Silva so far. Just before half-time, Watford's Brazilian Richarlison headed against the bar, but, that apart, there was absolutely no hint of a comeback from the home team. Nor would there have been one had Lukaku not proved so feckless in front of goal with 15 minutes left. United striker Lukaku wasted a great opportunity to put the game beyond Watford's reach in the second half. The Belgian did that went clean through on goal, missing his first effort before a second was eventually blocked and cleared. Troy Deeney brought Watford back into the game after sending David De Gea the wrong way from 12 yards. Out Jesse Lingard finishes low beyond João Gomez after dribbling from inside his own half to the edge of the Watford area with just the goalkeeper to beat. The Belgian's lack of belief was laid bare as he dallied over the chance, almost falling over the ball and then managing to find some space only to shoot against the leg of a defender who had found the time to get into a covering position. It didn't seem significant at the time, and ultimately it didn't cost United anything more than some shredded nerves, but it was another dismal moment in Lukaku's deteriorating season, and it will be interesting to see if he survives to start at Arsenal on Saturday. Watford's late path back into the game arrived almost immediately as Marcos Rojo failed Roberto Pereira in the penalty box. It was a dreadful challenge and Deeney scored from the spot. 8 minutes later Pereira was involved again, squaring the ball for Ducour to score right-footed. At that point anything seemed possible, and it was always likely that there would be one more chance. As it was, Lingard managed to create and finish it all by himself.